Welcome back to Henry's Garage. In this video we continue working on what was the red TR7. It's been a long time since the last video, partly because of work, partly because I've done a bit of damage to my elbow. It's not meant to have this great big bulb on it, and it just makes it uncomfortable to work with it. So I haven't been doing much, I've been resting that. Anyway, we get a coat of epoxy on. It needs more, but it also needs more bodywork, as you'll see at the end of this. I have not been recording what I've been doing, but I've been going over doing bodywork, as we can see. I'm still working on the channels along here. But for the most part I think we're there, at least I hope so. So when I run my actually I say that I can then feel a bit just here, but when I run my finger along here, this is smooth. Okay, similarly here, this now is all nice and smooth, with taken off the Triumph logo, and this is okay. I might have to do a little bit here actually, looking at that. Now this bit here all gets covered by bumper, so I'm not worried about that. And then along here we might have a little bit here to do, but we can see going around that all looks pretty good, and it feels pretty good. Might have a slight indent there I need to feel. Now the door is my biggest problem. I don't know if this comes out. So this is smooth to the touch, okay, but it's a bit wavy, and I don't know if we can really see that it's a bit wavy. So this is where I put in a great big chunk, all of that, and anyway, I then had to take tar off the back here, or whatever it was. So this we had to clean up, and then there's a big join here, so it's a little bit of a bump there, but the rest of it, it's okay. I do prefer the way they originally did the back here to the way I've done it on the other side, in terms of showing here the seam, and I might go over the other side. Actually, I think I need to do a bit here as well still. I might go over the other side and try to emulate that. It took me ages to get this black stuff off here, and so I haven't done it across the bottom and all the way along there. So I think what I'm going to try to do is apply the same on the other side and then paint over it. So yeah, that's the plan. Anyway, so across the back, nothing really to see. I didn't need to do anything around there. Oh yeah, here. So this is the last bit of welding I did, and I was really worried about. Again, it feels like it just raises a bump here, but but I think that's okay. Anyway, we're going to get paint on. Obviously, gone in here, and in here you can see, I guess, all those welds that you could see. It's relatively smooth now, so I think that's not too bad. I wish I'd taken a bit more time dealing with some of these and making it a bit smoother, and given that's epoxy, I might do over that. This side I have just laid, and so need to work on that a bit. Across this side, well, we did this ring ages ago, so we haven't touched that since. And then we've got the door here, the panel, The door sticks out a bit at the bottom, and actually this door might need a bit more work. Looking at it, I hadn't actually touched this or thought about it. But both doors need work anyway, because both doors need work along the seams. So I think, and to be honest, both doors have a little bit of a gap. This one isn't shut. Oh yes, it is. That is in the shut position. There we go. Right. So both have a little bit of a gap. There we go, that's better. But they at the bottom, and so I might actually, I don't want to do it now, but before I paint those I might actually cut them and try to get that fitting better again. I'm going to see what I feel like, but I don't feel like it at the moment. So that's where we are. We've also gone in here, and all the welding that was in here, we've just tidied it up a bit in terms of some filler so it looks a bit smoother. So we've got a lot of dust everywhere. So what we're going to do, we're going to finish this bit along here, try to smooth that out a bit. We're then probably going to stop for the day, because my elbow has done something funny. It's got a great big swelling on it, and so I don't want to overwork it. So we're going to stop once that's done, and then we're going to do lots of cleaning, because we've got to get all of this dust out of here, not just off the car, but we've got to get it out of the garage. So we'll spend a few days trying to just clean, I think. Both in here you can see all the dust, but I have been blowing a lot out anyway. And then we've been basically using 80 grit so far, and I think what we'll do, I'll have a read, I'm not sure what grit it should be at, but I think over paint, I think the instructions said 320, and on metal it said 80, so it could adhere. Now I'm not quite sure what I'll go with. I think definitely above 80, and so I might go over it all with 180. And then clean again, or I might go over it all with 180 and then 320. I've not decided, but I'm relatively pleased with how it's looking in terms of shape. My biggest concern, as I say, is the doors. But at least there's something you can take off, so if I'm not happy with them I can take them off and redo them. Okay, it's a couple of days since my last bit of video. I've gone over everything now with both 180 grit and 320. I did clean it down after the 180, but as you can see here, I haven't cleaned off the latest. Having done it in 180, I came across some patches, for example here, which were clearly a bit lower than elsewhere, so we tried to flatten those out with a little bit of filler. So what we're going to do now, I'm still not convinced that I've got it good enough. Alright, and this is kind of the most important bit, but I don't seem to be making it better. So my decision is, I'm going to do more cleaning still, in terms of, I've got dust here, and we're going to wipe it down again and all of that stuff. But what we're going to do is we're taking the doors off, we're cleaning over the next day or so, we'll be scrubbing it down, cleaning, blah de blah de blah, and then we're going to paint with the epoxy. And I think having it all in one colour will then actually highlight to me where it really isn't good enough, and I can then put filler in over that. So that's my plan. But I do have, I've got bits of dust that have come in here as well, as you can see. So what we're going to do next is next thing I'm going to do is clean this lot off. Look at that. So we're gonna get these clean again as best we can, which I use white spirit for. Wipe it all down. We'll blow all the dust out of the garage again. What we haven't done yet is I haven't gone into the, because I'm not doing the doors at the moment, I haven't actually sanded these bits down in here. So I need to do those, and there more particularly in the and I took these off, and I've just got to do a little bit of patchwork around there. But so that's what we're going to do, and we'll see what it looks like at the end of that, and see how much more I need to do. I mean, I want to do more. I'm really not very happy now with sort of the engine bay, certainly, and the amount of weld that is showing. So I'm going to try to do some work on that to improve it before the high build primer goes on. And so I think this is going to be the same. Right, I can't remember what I last filmed and when. I haven't been out much, partly because I've got elbow bursitis, which I think that's how it's said. Basically means I've got this great big swelling on my elbow, which I think came up from the sanding and that repetitive action. So I haven't been doing much, but I'm so bored I need to get out and do something. So I have been sanding. Everything has been done to 320 grit. So we're down or up to that grit. We have cleaned many times with white spirit and wiped off again. We have blown as much dust out of this garage as we can. Now I had hoped to paint it all in one go. But if I do that, I'm going to have to do it with the door open, because I just don't have enough room to get to the front and the back. So I think what I'll do is actually probably paint everything except for the front, thinking about it, and then I'll do the front afterwards. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. So I'm going to go over it one more time with white spirit and wipe it off, because I have gone around a bit with my fingers and I don't want those oily marks on. I need to cover this up, so I'll do that, and then I think we're good. Okay, the whole car's been cleaned with that, with white spirit. That's all the dirt that came off, which isn't too bad, I think. It was all wiped up with this afterwards to make sure we got rid of any residue. That's now got some tape on it, as does this. So I can't think of any reason not to give it a go now. Okay, so it's got one coat on. From a distance it doesn't look too bad. But, or maybe, well, actually even from a distance, I can see that I need to, improve some of my bodywork. So, but the paint really shows through once we get it all into one coat. You can see these marks a lot more, and this bit here, I really want to do better than that with it. So we've got a couple of bumps, for example, here and here. Less worried about that, I'll live with those, but I'm not happy with this. Okay, so we're going to have to do some more. Oh, so this is the bumper, the rear wing that they had put on, the wheel arch, and I think you can see there it's not very smooth, including this bit here, so I'm going to have to do more work around there. We can see a couple of dents, little ingresses in the top here, so a bit of work to do there. So there's quite a lot of bodywork to do again still. Now what I'm not sure about is if I should do it before I put on another coat, or if I should do it afterwards and then and do it before high build. So on this side need a bit more work around here. We've got a few dents in here as well, so, and then the paintwork around here. This wheel arch again needs a bit more work, especially at the front here. The front one, that was the perfect view of it because you couldn't really see. So the front one is probably the best of the lot. So, but they all need a bit more work. And then on the wings on both sides, I need to just sort out this stuff here. I'm less worried about the middle because with the bonnet on you can't see it, and I've tested that already prior to painting. Anyway, so I need to have a think about whether or not I want to do the bodywork and then paint, or if I want to paint and then do the bodywork. In fact, we're going to stop this video there, and if anyone's got advice on whether or not I should get the bodywork done or the epoxy first, let me know. I shall have a read about it. I'm not going to get it done this weekend, which is why I'm going to put this video out now, especially since it's been so long. You can see the progress, and then hopefully next week I'll get the chance to do some work on this.